The purpose of this program is to familiarize you with the CMC terminal and to prepare you for further instructions using the Craft Access System. The program is divided into several sections. After each section, you'll be asked to stop the tape, perform exercises using your terminal, and/or complete one of the short quizzes in the workbook. The workbook is yours to keep. After you complete the program, remove the quizzes from the workbook and return them with the terminal. In the kit with the CMC terminal, you should have received this videotape, extra batteries, a carrying case with the terminal inside, a mounting cord with connectors on each end, and an envelope marked "Open Me First," which you should have opened and read by now. If you haven't, stop the tape and read the material before continuing. Remove the terminal from the kit and place it on a flat surface. Inside the top pouch, you should find a mounting cord and a set of test leads. The test leads have self-piercing alligator clips on one end and a jack on the other. Put the cord and test leads back inside the pouch and zip it shut. At the rear, open the flap and look inside the compartment. Make sure the connectors are fully engaged. Then close the flap and unzip the battery compartment. Make sure there are 6 AA alkaline batteries installed and the connector on the battery pack is fully engaged in the jack. If the batteries are missing, install the spares from the kit. Use only AA alkaline batteries in the pack. The battery pack is clearly marked to show which batteries power the backlight and which powers the system. If the backlight batteries are weak or removed, the terminal will still work. If you are in the field and the terminal batteries weaken, you can replace them with the backlight batteries and finish the job. Close the pouch when you finish your inspection. The terminal is made of Lexan plastic, which is the same material used in bulletproof vests. The carrying case, terminal, and keyboard are constructed to be water resistant, but care should be taken to protect the terminal from rainfall. Never store the terminal in an area where the temperature will go below -30 or above 140 degrees. Remember, the inside of a vehicle can easily exceed this temperature in some areas of the country. The terminal is designed to be shock resistant and will survive a drop of up to 6 feet onto concrete. The carrying case provides additional protection for the terminal and storage pockets for the mounting cords, jacks, and test leads. Stop the tape and inspect your terminal to make sure the connectors are engaged and that batteries are installed in the battery pack. If you have a problem, rewind the tape and review this section. Return to the tape when you have completed these tasks. The CMC terminal is one of many types of terminals used to communicate with the Craft Access System, or CAS. Using a POTS telephone line, the terminal can communicate with CAS to store and retrieve information. Using the terminal, technicians can perform installation and maintenance tasks without contacting maintenance center personnel. Let's take a look at what you need to learn to communicate with CAS. Open the carrying case and look at the upper left corner of the terminal. The top key on the left is labeled ON. By pressing the ON key, the screen will flash and 2 beeps will sound. A copyright screen is displayed for a second or two, then the opening screen is displayed. If you press the ON key and the terminal shuts off, the batteries are probably weak and need replacing. At the opening screen, look at the last line that appears in the window. It says Menu, and off. This is called a prompt. A prompt tells you that the terminal wants you to do something. In this case, to get a menu, you can press any key. To turn the terminal off, you literally back out of the program by pressing the PF1 key. The Enter key is the large key on the right with the arrow. It's also referred to as the Next key. The Enter key lets you select menu items or enter information into the terminal. We will discuss menus in more detail later. The arrow keys on the right side of the terminal will let you move the cursor to the item you want on some screens. The cursor is the arrow that points to a menu item. On the left side of the terminal below the On key, there are 4 keys labeled PF1 through PF4. These are special function keys. If you press the PF1 key, the terminal will go back to the previous screen. If you continue to press the PF1 key, the terminal will turn off. The black key labeled CTL for control and the blue Alt or alternate key change the way other keys work. The upper half of the alphabet keys have symbols or punctuation marks in the blue half. By pressing the Alt key, you turn on these functions. If you don't use the terminal for about 6 minutes, it turns itself off or goes to sleep to save power. The terminal will beep several times to remind you that it is about to shut down. Stop the tape and practice turning the terminal on and off several times by pressing the On key, then pressing the PF1 key until the terminal shuts off. Now, let's adjust the viewing display backlighting and contrast. The display has a backlighting feature that can be turned on and off as needed. To turn the backlighting on, press and hold the Control key down, and then press the Contrast key. The backlighting will toggle on and off with each press of the Contrast key. The contrast can be adjusted by pushing only the Contrast key. With the display adjusted, let's take a look at a menu. Anytime a computer offers you a list of things to choose from, it is called a menu. With the terminal on, press the Enter key to access the main menu screen. There are 3 selections listed here. Call CAS Computer, Clear Memory, and Print. The cursor is pointing at Call CAS Computer. The cursor can be moved to either of the 2 menu items by pressing the arrow keys. In your workbook, you will find a chart titled Terminal Key Function Chart and a drawing of the terminal. These have been included to help you become familiar with the keyboard layout and the functions of the keys. In this section, you have learned that the keyboard on the terminal has several special keys to perform special functions. You now know how to turn on the display backlighting and adjust the contrast. You learned that additional terminal functions are accessed by pressing the Alt or Control key and then pressing the key that displays the desired function. Now, stop the tape. Use the chart and drawing in the workbook to locate and identify the terminal keys. Draw arrows and label each key as you locate it. Then complete the first exercise. Make sure you're familiar with the location of the keys before beginning the next section of the program. In this section, we will demonstrate a few exercises to help you enter, edit, and delete phone numbers. Press the On key and go to the main menu. Look at the left of the screen. These instructions tell you what will happen if you press the corresponding PF key. In a case like this, you must use one of the keys the terminal is expecting you to use. If you don't, the terminal will not understand. For example, press the Z key. Did you hear the two beeps? This lets you know that a key has been pressed and the terminal did not understand. Now, make sure the cursor is pointing to the Call CAS Computer line on the menu and press Enter. This screen is where you enter the phone number for CAS and is called the directory. The directory of the terminal will hold 10 telephone numbers of up to 39 characters each. Use the number keys to type the CAS telephone number into the terminal exactly as it appears on the code card. Here we are using a simulated number. We are inserting a comma between the 9 and 1. The comma gives us a 2-second delay in dialing. To enter the comma, press Alt and then L. If you make a mistake while entering the number, press the left arrow key and the last character entered will be erased. When you have the number correctly typed into the terminal, press Enter to store the number permanently in the directory. To enter another phone number, press PF3. You will see a blank window with the prompt saying, Enter phone number. Type in the number and press Enter. The new number is now saved in the directory. To scroll through the directory, press the up or down arrows. A credit card number may be entered into memory after the access number by entering a 0, then the access number, followed by the credit card number, and pressing Enter. Now, stop the tape and complete the second exercise. Enter several phone numbers into your terminal. Make sure the first phone number you enter is the phone number for CAS. Then return to the tape for the next section. Now we are going to show you how to delete a phone number from the directory. At the number you want to delete, press the Alt key. After the two beeps, press the Delete backspace key. An Erase phone number prompt will appear in the display. If you press Enter, this number will be deleted. If you press PF1 twice, you will not delete the number. Here is a short exercise to try on your terminal. Press PF1 3 times. The terminal will shut off. Wait about 5 seconds, then press On. Press Enter twice. Press the down arrow and delete this number by pressing the Alt key, the Delete backspace key, and then the Enter key. When the number was deleted, the terminal automatically goes to a screen with a phone number. If necessary, rewind the tape and review this section again. Then stop the tape and practice powering up, accessing the CAS computer dialing screen, and entering and deleting numbers from the directory. Do not delete the CAS telephone number. Then complete the third exercise and first quiz in the workbook. Now, let's take a more detailed look at how you, the terminal, and CAS communicate. In this portion of your training, you will learn how to dial into CAS, log on, get, review, and close a job. Log on is a term that means the steps you take to contact the computer and identify yourself. Take the mounting cord from the pouch and plug it into any working line, jack, or port. You could also use the alligator clips to connect to a working pair. If you need additional cord, use the extension from the kit. Press the On button. At the opening screen, press Enter to go to the main menu screen. At Call CAS Computer, press Enter. This will take you to the screen displaying the CAS access number. Press Enter, and the display tells you that the terminal is checking for a dial tone and dialing the number. When the terminal finds a dial tone, you will see and hear the terminal dial. When a connection is made, you will hear a brief, high-pitched tone. The screen will then show the message, Craft Access Starting Up. Please wait. If you do not connect with CAS, or you have entered the access number incorrectly, press and hold Control and then press the Escape key. The terminal will break the connection and return to the main menu. After a brief wait, you will be asked to enter your password. Your password is on the code card with the CAS phone number. Type your password exactly as it appears on the code card, then press Enter. When your password is accepted, the terminal will display a menu of options. You can choose to receive a new job, work on a current job, close a job, or view the other menu. At this menu, you choose an option using the up or down arrow keys to move the cursor to the desired option, and then pressing the Enter key. During your classroom sessions, you will go over each of these selections in more detail. We'll start by getting a job. First, position the cursor arrow at the Receive New Job option. Then press Enter. CAS tells you that your request is in progress. This may take a minute because CAS is searching for a work order and conducting other tests. By the time this screen appears, CAS has sent or downloaded the job information to your terminal's memory. We could look at this information now, but since it's stored in the terminal, we'll wait until we are disconnected from CAS. When you press PF3, you get the Hang Up menu. This screen will remain displayed for about 10 seconds. During this time, pressing the Enter key will disconnect the terminal. Pressing any other key will return the display to the previous screen. Press the Enter key and disconnect. When the terminal disconnects, the main menu will be displayed. Let's review what we have just shown you. You log on to CAS plugging into a telephone line jack, using the directory to select the phone number, and entering your password. Once connected, the online menu options are displayed. You select an option by moving the cursor using the up and down arrow keys. While connected to the computer, you can choose to select a new job, work on a current job, conduct tests, and close a job. Information you choose to receive is downloaded and stored in your terminal's memory. You disconnect from CAS using the PF3 key. Now, review this section and make sure you understand how to log on to CAS, get a job, and disconnect from CAS. Then complete the fourth exercise and second quiz. To review the items you received from CAS, go to the main menu and press PF2. The list on the right of the screen lets you look at reports about the job you received. You can choose to look at customer information, a description of the trouble reported, the results of line tests, or line facility information. Press Enter to see the customer information. The information appears on your CMC terminal 4 pages at a time, whether you are connected to CAS or reviewing the information after disconnecting. The page numbers are in the upper right corner of the text block. The first entry is the page number, and the number after the slash tells you how many pages are in the file. In this case, there are 8 pages in the file. On this screen, the first entry is the telephone number of the line with trouble. The second line is the customer's name. Next is the customer's address. Review all the information on this screen. Then press the Enter key to see the next screen containing the other 4 pages. Make sure to read all of the information on both screens. After viewing and reading the information, press Enter. This screen tells you that there are no more data pages, so press Enter. To see the rest of the report, press the down arrow until the cursor is pointing at Trouble. Then press Enter. The first screen tells you the trouble, any screening information, and the results of the initial line test. Press Enter. The next screen contains access information, any previous trouble, trouble ticket number, and due date and time. Press Enter 2 times to go back to the Reports menu. The dispatch test contains the results of the MLT test. The facilities report contains information including the number of the F1 cable, the pair and binding post, the color of the pair, and the location of the terminal box. Stop the tape and use your terminal to access CAS. Then complete exercise number 5 and quiz number 3 in your workbook. Return to the tape after you've completed these tasks. In this final section, we are going to close out a job. There are keystrokes here that may seem repetitious. Keep in mind that you are telling CAS that you have finished a job. The system is going to want all the information necessary for time accounting and billing. Log on to CAS. After entering your password, use the arrow key to move the cursor down to the Close Job line and then press Enter. At the next screen, press Enter to stay on duty. At the Close or Return Job screen, press Enter. Wait while CAS finds the last job it gave you and then displays the ticket number and customer report time and date. When this information is displayed, press the Enter key again. The next step is to select Close Job and press Enter to get to the next screen. The next 4 screens request specific information from you. Use the arrow keys to select a reply at each screen and press the Enter key. After the line test is complete, press Enter. Type in the disposition code 1261 from the code card and press Enter. Do not use any other disposition codes. You could lock up the terminal. At the next screen, type in the cause code 351 and press Enter. Again, do not use any code other than the one written on the code card. You are now at the time screen. Type in a 4-digit time to show when you completed the job and press the down arrow to select AM or PM. Then press Enter. At the date screen, do not press the Enter key to move to the next line entry. Use only the arrow keys. Type in a 2-digit month and press the down arrow. Next, type in a 2-digit day. Then press the down arrow. At this line, enter a 2-digit year. Then press Enter. These next two screens require you to enter information about the job. Enter the information as required, then press Enter to advance the screens. You know you have closed the job out when this screen appears. Now hang up and disconnect by pressing P-F3 and then pressing Enter at the menu. You have now successfully closed your first job using CAS. In this program, we've covered only the basic skills you need to communicate with CAS using the CMC terminal. During your classroom training, you'll learn specific CAS applications. Before you take the fourth and final quiz, spend some time working with your terminal by doing the last exercise in the workbook. Don't be afraid to try things. You're working on a training simulator and you can't hurt anything. Also, don't hesitate to rewind the tape and review a section that gives you trouble. If you just can't get it, give your instructor a call. The phone number is on the business card in the terminal case. Finally, complete the last quiz in your workbook. This completes this phase of your training on using the CMC terminal to communicate with the Craft Access System. Repeat the exercises in the workbook until you are comfortable using the terminal. We encourage you to spend all the time necessary to fully understand how to use the terminal to communicate with CAS. Good luck with the next phase of your training with the CMC terminal.
I want to welcome you to this distance learning experience. Now, this is a little different. I mean, this is not going to be like entertainment, and it's not going to be like just passing knowledge over. This is going to be tough work, and the tough work is really going to be on your part as well as our part. I mean, this distance learning stuff brings a lot of advantages because we can bring training right to your location. And in the years to come, in 1994, 1995, training is going to be bringing distance learning to you in a whole variety of forms. This is an important issue for us because it makes it easier for you, makes it easier for us as well. But it's also a competitive issue because in many ways our ability to compete, our ability to get out there and function in the marketplace is based on what you have in your head, and some of that is part of what goes on in training. So your ability to use this medium, not only because you didn't have to travel, not only because you didn't have to stay overnight, but because you really worked at pulling the instructor through the lens, is really going to be our competitive edge. So I would like to say sit back and enjoy this, and I don't really mean that. I mean that you're going to have to sit back and work at this, opening your mouth and your eyes and your ears, but mostly your mind to the distance learning experience. Good luck.
What you're saying here, I mean, at our company, we got to go through this whole rigmarole just to get the simplest job done. I mean, for example, just the other day I was up on a pole, you know, trying to get a customer back in service.
Hello, Special Service Center.
Yeah, hi, it's Kenny Burke. I'm out on a data circuit
For IRT Corporation, I need a tester.
All right, hold on a moment, please.
Yeah, I'm picking up this